Hello to the world, to YouTube, to the globe.
Hello, world.
That's your good. um, that sounds like the guy from Breaking News.
If you haven't seen me do my breaking news on Meet Karen's book,
Yes,
it's worth a watch.
yes. Breaking News. Karen has climbed the H of the Hollywood sign. So we should introduce ourselves because there's probably many people of the globe who do not know who we are. I'm Bernadette Burnett.
I am Stephen Burnett.
I'm laughing because this thing is so teeny, and I'm just like, there you go.
It normally clips right here, but when I pulled it out of the bag, it broke.
Yeah, this happens a lot to us because we're trying to do something for God and things break, Wi-Fi's freezing up, all sorts of things. But here we is. So let's just jump right into it. So today, my husband and I we enjoy reading from the Bible together, and we were reading from. Do you need? Do
I
you
was
need?
about to yawn,
Yeah, I
but I
know.
wasn't going to.
Your face looked distressed. So I was like, something's up. And then I was,
I worked out pretty good today.
yes, I was checking in. That looked like a yawn.
We don't really know if we need the microphone, but we'll find out later. I hope we don't.
Anyhow, so we like to read the Bible together. We just finished the book of James today, which is today's January 5th, right? 2026.
Yes.
Do you mind holding that?
I'd love to.
And so
Hello, everyone.
so I received from St. James that he wants me to speak to you all on so if you go to chapter 5, I'm using the Dewey Rames 1899 American edition. It's public domain, so I feel like I won't get in trouble. I don't understand all the Catholic Bibles that I could or could not be doing this with, so I'm just playing it safe. Okay. Um where did I? Oh, it's up on this laptop. We got a lot going on. Okay, so hang with me, y'all. Don't leave. Hang in there. Tell them something funny.
What is the color of toothpaste that electronics use? It's obviously blue. It's blue toothpaste.
Wait, what? What was the joke?
Don't worry about it.
You said
The other one I know that I like is how do you know that a joke comes from a parent? And because it's a parent.
That's pretty good, actually. All right, here we go. James chapter 5. All right, you who should do the reading?
Obviously, me.
Okay.
James
Well,
chapter 5. Now to you. No, you should do it.
go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl in your miseries, which shall come upon you.
Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth eaten.
Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be for a testimony against you, and shall eat your flesh like fire. I'm still going. You have stored up to yourselves wrath against the last days.
Shall I continue?
Yes.
Verse 4. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which by fraud has been kept back by you, crieth, and the cry of them hath entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. You have feasted upon the earth, and in riotousness you have nourished your hearts in the day of slaughter.
Yes, very good. I think that's probably that little guy back. I think that's probably far enough. You have condemned and put to death the just one. I mean, we could keep going. All right. So you have feasted upon earth, and in riotousness you have nourished your hearts in the day of slaughter. So we're going to stop there. That's the end of verse 5 of chapter 5. So
Take it away, honey.
yeah, I'm going to say, Holy Spirit, please help me speak what you would have me speak. The word righteousness is like boiling up. And something I did want to share with everybody before I get started and try to be obedient to God and get these videos out. I do, when I am just walking around cleaning, Stephen's yawning, walking around cleaning and doing things, I am much more articulate and have this ability to have these formulated speeches or preaching, speaking. And then when I get in this sort of median where I'm in front of a camera with a mic, I do not do so well, as you all can tell. So if you would kindly say a prayer for me, this is a gift I would like to activate and bring forward to God. And I think the more I practice, obviously, the more I will get better. So here we go. But yes, it's so much better when I'm, yeah. So much better. It's so much better when it's just in my mind. But here we go. And I haven't written anything up. So, yes. Okay. So, St. James was, after we were done reading, I was asking him, we try to take a few minutes or a few moments to ask God to reveal to us what he would. And I included St. James. And St. James wanted me to speak today to the wealthy. And in particular, I believe I was receiving from him because I myself have been wealthy. And I had a lot of material wealth due to my father's financial success, being a lawyer, and my mother, of course, paired with him. Just I think it's fair to say, it's even if she's not the one going out and making the money, still it's both of their success. So I'm going to give it to both of them. So I had a lot when my dad's career really got established. Anyways, my point is that I'd say primarily as a teenager, because of my parents' wealth, I was able to have a lot of material items. Okay. Do you have anything you want to add?
I wasn't like that. My family didn't have extra money to go out and eat that much.
Okay. So we had different upbringings. And then in our marriage and how we're at right now is very different to both of our upbringings, I would say, in a way. Because although maybe that were the case, your parents still certainly provided.
Correct.
And you were sharing the other day that you didn't have stress.
Correct.
Right. You didn't necessarily feel the strain of your parents' finances. I think that could be true, at least for your teen years.
Correct. As a young adult, it started weighing on me a little bit in college. And
okay.
Yeah.
Because you understood that you could help out mom and dad.
Among other situations and circumstances and thoughts.
Sure. Okay. So I'm feeling shy because it feels vulnerable to talk about this kind of stuff, but I'm just trying to do it. Holy Spirit, what would you have me share? Yeah. Okay. So I think it's what he wants me to share is precisely what Stephen and I read. So let's break it down. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl in your miseries, which shall come upon you. So the message that I am putting out into the world for anybody in humanity, in particular the wealthy, when it comes to material, money, I don't know if there's anything else outside of that, etc. That the poor is spoken in the gospel, the poor will inherit the earth, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And we know that that doesn't necessarily mean material poor, right? It can mean spiritually poor. It's those who are doing the will of the Father and are the children of God. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if you the warning here is take very seriously what is said in the Bible. Over and over and over again, it is clear that God is not happy with those who are greedy. It's one of the 7 deadly sins. And those who are obsessed with material wealth, your looks, gaining money, squeezing it out of the poor, out of anybody, right? Just squeezing that last little penny just so you can just have more and more and more. And we are all going to die. It's a fact. We don't know when it paused. When did it pause?
I don't know.
Okay, we're back.
You
All
want
right.
to start over?
No, let's keep
Well,
going.
how do you know what you said and what you didn't say?
It'll be all right. I think we didn't see the pause until a fair ways in. Okay, so keep praying for me, you guys. I'm still having a really hard time breaking through, but I'm just doing this out of obedience to God. Okay. We are all going to die. So when it is a fact, you cannot take all of your clothes with you, your massive wardrobe. It is a fact. You cannot take your massive Lamborghini collection of cars, your yachts, your private jets, helicopters, your massive mansions. And some of you are quite wealthy and you don't even have any of those. So I'm speaking to that level of wealth as well. I'm talking about the absurd amount of wealth and then also the whatever, the different tiers of wealth. Okay, you're wealthy. I'm speaking to you. And this can also go to people who they're doing fraud right now, or they are racking everything up on credit card debt, or um, using money for student loans to buy things. And this can also be this is also a message to hoarders who are just hoarding up a ton of items. So maybe you're not wealthy in the bank, but over time you've collected a lot of material possessions. This is also a message for you and anybody else that feels this is a message to them. I would say this is also a message to Catholics who hoard, or maybe hoard's not the right word, who have a lot of Catholic uh, items, like tons and tons of prayer cards and rosaries and all, just all this stuff in their house, and they don't use them and it's just collected up in their house. This can also be for you. And hopefully I'll remember to circle back as to why. God, when he calls us to be a disciple, one of the things in the Bible is, will you sell all of your items and come follow me? Now, I know what you're thinking. Whoa, sell all my items, even for the middle class person. That's intense. And especially if you have children. I would say be open that if God is calling you through this video to be a disciple and come follow him, especially in the times that we're at, he's calling every single soul on the planet. So this message is for everybody. Be open in prayer. If this is hitting your heart and you're feeling called, be open in prayer. that, Lord, do you quite literally mean sell all of my items? Or do you mean to have complete detachment from it? Which I would say, absolutely, you should always have complete detachment. Have complete detachment that maybe in 5 or 10 years from now, let's not put a number on it, you are willing and able, that if God needed you by then to give up your home for a family who needs it more, or needs you to go travel to another country and preach the gospel, and maybe somebody just takes care of your home, that you're not obsessed with your items, that it's keeping you inside your house. Let's just start there. If selling all of your items just feels way over just too much to handle, start with, help me to become completely detached from all my items, God, to where if I had to walk out the door, I could do it with peace. If you needed me to be away from my home, my house, my items, and then eventually, even if he got you to a point in a few years from now, not saying it is God's will for you, but if that, again, you're willing to give them all over to somebody, it just wouldn't matter. You're just very detached. What were you going to say? Look like you were about to say something.
I was probably going to yawn again.
Okay. He's yawning. So,
If, if I think it would help if you started to learn and practice detaching from items by starting to give stuff away, because you can go get another one if you need it, and you could get a different one if you need it. And the more you give, the easier it will be to give away bigger things. And we've done this out of experience. We spent a year and a half acquiring household items to furnish a house, and then had to get rid of it all. And that took like a month, but we did it. And now we're acquiring stuff for another house. And eventually we'll have to walk away from it or get rid of it, depending on the situation. And the more you practice gifting things or just understanding that it's not yours, it really belongs to the Lord, the easier it will be for possessions that you kind of hold on to dearly.
and if you do start to work towards getting rid of items and feeling that specific call, please do not add to the waste that is already hurting our planet. Donate wisely. Or donate responsibly is what I more mean to say. Just don't just throw really good stuff into the trash. Please give it to charities, or put it up for free on Craigslist or things like that. Or I mean, you can try and get money for it. I wouldn't see a problem with that. We did it, I think, for some of our items. Yeah, go and sell all your items. That's the verse, isn't it? So okay, let's keep going. So your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth eaten. So let's speak into that. So your riches are corrupted. How are you getting your wealth? You know, and the wealthy know, the 1% know, there's a huge cry going on globally that there's a lot of abominable abominations happening from the wealthy to everybody, to everybody else, mainly from the majority, from what it seems like the majority of the wealthy are not doing good things. um
Get their wealth.
to get their wealth. So your riches are corrupted. Where do you go from here? If, let's take for example, you're one of the big players in the food world, and you know that what you're putting in the food is harming people's health. You don't care. It causes them to be addicted, and you're going to keep doing it. What can we tell that person if they're like, I am starting to feel completely riddled with guilt. I am I am mortified. I am starting to have nightmares over this. And I am starting to see that I will be thrown into hell for all eternity if I do not turn from this. What do we speak to that billionaire? How do we give that billionaire hope? I'm just like,
Put me on the spot.
answer,
Yeah,
or I can keep going. I just
well,
thought
yeah,
it's nice to.
I think it equivalates. It's equivalent to the whole detachment. Also, being detached from your job that brings you a lot of money, which has you in the house you're in, and be open to walking away from it. And there's a story in the Bible where the rich person did not, and he walked away saddened. And your soul is at stake, your eternity is at stake. So if you know that God's calling you away from the position that you're in and you're attached to it, that's huge. Pray that God would give you the grace to detach so that you can walk away from it. Literally, put in your 2 week resignation and put your house on the market and downsize.
Well, and this is, let's say it's their company. Let's say they own this. This is generational wealth. This is like passed down from, the father to the son or the daughter. And this is massive. But they are starting to feel conviction in their heart. This is an example. There's so many I could give. So let me speak into that.
Well, before you do, I would simply say that joy doesn't come from possessions.
Yes. Yes.
That's a fact. And Christ, Jesus himself, is the one who gives the joy, gifts the joy. And you most likely would be more pleased in life with less. And you got to walk away.
If I were in your position, um, well,
Get to walk away, by the way. You would get the opportunity to walk away to have a more joy filled, peaceful, honorable life.
I have not been in that position. If I were, I'm going to try and do the best I can to speak of maybe what I would do. If I were you, after you are finished listening to this video, or even if you want, I'd say pause it right now. Who are we? We are just people. God has to be at the forefront of your life. So please feel free to stop this video and go talk to God right now. Okay. So here's what I would say. If you want to wait until the end of the video, I think that's okay too. After you finish watching this video, do not keep scrolling. Don't look at another one. You need to get off the means of which you are watching this video. Go into a quiet space. I don't know, maybe you're watching this video at a party. I don't know. Find a bathroom, something where it's just you alone. Get down on your knees and be open to weeping. That's just what's coming up for me emotionally right now. So maybe this is about to be true for somebody. Be open to weeping, as we read, weep and howl in your miseries. Can you show them what this could be somebody who isn't Christian? Can you show them what prayer stance with their hands would be appropriate?
Anything.
Okay. Can you give them like 3 different ones, like show hands together? That's a good one. Do the where you, yep, that's good. That's good. What else? Clasp together.
Basically, are okay being on the floor too, and
That's true.
it's not about posture.
That's true.
It's about your heart.
That's very true. The phone fell.
It's about your heart.
Yeah, so he said it's about your heart. So find that private space, quiet space, and cry out to God and tell him everything about your situation that scares you. Everything. Just start listing it out. Speak to him. Let him know that you feel completely trapped, that you are maybe you're petrified of getting arrested and going to prison for 25 years or life. And I'm not equating it. I'm not equating it to necessarily the first scenario I started this with. I'm broadening this out. Okay, I'm just trying to speak to anybody's heart that needs to hear this message in whatever scenario. Okay. Let God know what you are the most petrified of and surrender it to Him and say, but I'm done. I'm done, Jesus. I want you to come into my heart. I want you to take over my life, and let Him know that you are very afraid of going to hell or even purgatory. If you understand what purgatory is, I'm not going to speak on it in this video, but you can research that. I should have mentioned we're Catholic, so we're coming from Catholic teaching, which is the one true faith. And we will get into that more as time goes on. So I would suggest that. I would suggest, I think a surrender prayer is feeling right now. I think saying Jesus, I surrender myself to you. You take care of everything. Okay. Let's move on. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be for a testimony against you, and shall eat your flesh like fire. That's intense. Is there any thoughts you have on that sentence that the Holy Spirit wants you to expound on?
I think it could be agitating to have to manage so many items, which could cause anxiety and inner turmoil.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'd say to that.
That's a good point. I used to have objects for me. No, let me be more specific. My room and its cleanliness, and I used to collect things. For example, trophies. I was a big athlete back in the day. I collected hats, saint cards, watches, etc. And my wardrobe was huge for me. I can't fully speak on my parents' wealth because I don't know how much money it was, but we did well. We were in a small town, and I think they called themselves middle class, but I would say we were doing well, very well as middle class. There, when my dad was really getting his stride financially, there were hardships when I was younger, but when he was really hitting his financial strides, and even today, I don't think he's been doing great, but there was a lot that got to that point for him, and that's a story for another time. Okay, or maybe not all. That's anyhow. So I had what was I getting at? Yes. So my room and my objects and how they had to be neatly arranged perfectly was a part of this environment is safe in how it controls. This is control of my life. So when you have an obsession with objects, it can be a band-aid to not facing, for example, sin or other things that are going on in your life that are not good. And when all of that is taken away, or at least down to a more balanced, I think the key is balance. And I would say Christianity is about teaching balance. That when things are brought down to a balance in our life, you are able to become holier, and amount to holiness. Guys, keep praying. I'm still having a hard time finding my voice and my thoughts. I was doing good there for a moment, and now I'm like losing it again. Yes, I have found so we're not on social media. I know we're doing YouTube. I'm getting back into it because I believe God's calling us to at least be open to do YouTube and maybe TikTok. But when I shed myself of Facebook, Instagram, and wasn't really that big into the other ones, but I don't have them anymore anyways if I did. And Stephen has as well. That has made me, my joy and my mental health has shot up. And that was years ago. I did that. I'm not advising you do this, but okay, I'm not going to get into that story this time. Just stick with us. There'll be more stories. It's a lot, you guys. It's hard to be open to sharing everything, but I'm going to try and share what God needs me to share. Is anything coming to thoughts for you while I look over here?
No, unless you want to jump down to verse 4 or 5.
Okay, let's do it. Behold, the hire of the laborers, this is verse 4,
who have reaped down your fields, taken care of your fields, which by fraud has been kept back by you, crieth. So basically it's saying people that do work for you that you are not adequately paying cry out to God. And then the next part is the cry of them has entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth, Lord of the Sabbath. And
let's just stop there. I'm already getting a lot. Okay, so it is a fact that God will be sending his wrath upon the wicked. Fact. Okay, it is coming. And the Lord is so merciful that he wants to deliver, okay, y'all ready for this? The poorest of the poor, and some of those people, dare I say, the vast majority are the ones with the most money. He wants to save you all. And that is, I know without a doubt, he really wants to save. He wants to save the billionaires of the world, millionaires, whatever, okay? He wants to save you all. The people with the multi-thousands, the people with some thousands, the people with no thousands, the people with, well, we got a little bit over that, but see, does it count if we have a little bit over thousands? But not really, because student loans, so really it's just red. Okay, so here we go. And then the people with like no money, this, that, and the other, just on the floor, right? God is not going to be judging us based on how much money we have. It is going to come down to morals. Are you obeying God's commandments? Number one, first and foremost, above all the commandments, love the Lord your God above everything.
With all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, with all your strength. And you shall love your neighbor as yourself.
That's the second one. That's paired with it.
Shout out to the Soul Fitness Ministries, Soul Fitness exercises.
Yes, so my husband has a ministry. It's soulfitnessministries.com. I will leave it in the description for you all. And he helps people get Bible verses memorized and into your soul and body through physical exercises. You do not want to miss this. For the times ahead, There's a lot going on, good, not good, and irregardless, it is our privilege to learn what God said, whether it was his own, well, it's always his words, but meaning whether it came out of his lips when he was on earth, his name is Jesus Christ, or whether it came out of one of his prophets, like Isaiah, Jeremiah,
Daniel,
Elijah,
Hosea, Joel,
Joel.
Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah.
Very good, very good.
Ezekiel.
And there's women too. Yes, okay. Mary, his mother, being the most prominent one. You should research her apparitions throughout history. It's incredible how much Mary has been prophesying. Let's keep going. We can just sit in that. You should Google about Mary. Mary as a prophet for the current times that we are living in. It's incredible. And so many people don't know that this is going on in the Catholic world because of the enemy. He doesn't want you to know. And then let's take some Protestants that are just, that I've spoken with. I'm thinking of one in particular, shocked or surprised that how is it possible that all these apparitions are happening and he didn't know, and it's just a part of the enemy's game. If you wanted to take down God's children, and I'm saying this meaning every human to have ever been created, he's wildly intelligent, he's a fallen angel, and again, we're gonna get into more of that as these videos go on, but let me share this. How do you take down people? I mean, one of the obvious strategies that he's done to us is he has made it a modge podge, just mockery of beliefs all over the globe. Within the Christian world, there's so much divide on what we even agree on. It's a part of the enemy's scheme. I mean, of course, like, if you're going up against somebody, he's just gonna like try and divide everybody and just make it a mess. And if Jesus Christ specifically said, hey, this is how you do something, he's gone and gave people, I'm just throwing out a number, it's not an actual number, 50 different false ways of how Jesus did not say to do something. It's a mess. So
You could also keep it basic in how there are X amount of quote gods when there's only one.
yeah, outside of what's going on within the Christian side of things, there are a lot of false prophets. I want to stick with this. But that's another great topic for another day. We're going to go back, though, to chapter 5 of James. The Sabbath. But yeah, he's going to say this, and we're going to come back to the Sabbath.
I really hope this mic is going to catch stuff when it's over here versus over here. Anyway, so I watched the little...
It's not on.
Oh, that's not good. Honey, I think we're going to stop here.
Well, wait.
Because I don't think it can hear you right now.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah. So
Okay, we're going to pause and check the sound. Okay, yeah.